Today on Eat Your Feelings, we're going to be making some cherry cheesecake. Fair warning, cherries are fucking expensive. This bag cost me $14, and technically, I'm allergic to these raw. That's just how bad I really wanted cherry cheesecake. Today I want to be gluttonous, so we're starting at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's see what time we finish at. So wait, throw these guys aside and let's get going. Alright, so we have our small bowl and obviously our glass of wine. We are going to start with the honey graham crumbs. If you have actual graham crackers, you can just put those in a food processor and grate the hell out of them until they become dust, or you can be efficient like me and just buy them pre-crumbed because that just seems easier. So we're gonna do 1 3/4 cups of the honey graham crust. 2 tablespoons of sugar. We just need like a pinch of salt. Just a really tiny pot. You want to turn this on maybe like simmer, because I mean I've already got the butter at room temperature. You actually want all of your ingredients for this at room temperature. I'm going to cut off 1/4 off of this guy. Drop that in there. You want to make sure that your rack is on the lowest rung there. We're actually going to remember to preheat the oven. We're going to bake the crust at 375. All right, let's measure this out. So I have a little bit of butter left, which is totally fine. I'm going to see how this mixes, and if I need to add a bit more butter to make it stickier, then I have the butter to do so. I'm just gonna go crazy. So that's probably now about 5-ish tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna pour all of this into, I have a 9-inch springform pan here. So if you use the bottom of a measuring cup, or I mean you could use your wine glass if you really want to, make sure it's obviously clean. We're just gonna push down as soon as our oven is done. We're gonna put this guy in there for 10 minutes just to give it a good quick bake at the bottom, and then we're gonna set this aside and let it cool while we do our cheesecake filling. Our 10 minutes is up. We're gonna take this crust out. Smells so good. All right, we're going to lower our temperature down to 325. So you need a fuck ton of cream cheese. This particular recipe states 2 pounds to be exact, so that's just under 4 packs of cream cheese. Make sure that these are definitely at room temperature. So I don't have a standing mixer, so I'm just gonna use my beater. I'm gonna cut these into cubes, throw them into a large bowl, and I'm gonna cream the crap out of them. Now we're just gonna beat this for like 4 minutes until it's nice and smooth. So in terms of the sugar, we need 1 1/3 cup of sugar. All right, again, we're just gonna beat this shit out of this until it submits to my will of being cheesecake. We add each ingredient as we go along. We're just going to keep beating this, making sure it's nice and creamy. Next, we're going to add just a pinch of salt. So again, just take your salt shaker, do a little whoosh, tablespoons of vanilla. 4 room temperature eggs. We're gonna crack one, beat, crack one, beat, crack one, beat. Seeing the pattern here? I think you guys got this. Ooh, I got a double yolk. Check this out. It's so crazy when that happens. Okay, so up next we actually have sour cream. Make sure it's a full fat sour cream, 14%. Don't cheap on this shit. We're going to put in 2/3 of a cup. Spraying it everywhere. All right, 2/3 of a cup of heavy whipping cream. Now we're just gonna mix this enough to incorporate it because we actually don't want it to become whipping cream. Look at this, it's so creamy. Yeah, so we're going to, hopefully this is cooled down. I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes till this is completely cooled down. We're gonna try to wrap this guy in tin foil. We're gonna add this wonderful stuff into here. I'm probably gonna put this in the oven first, fill this with some boiling water, put that inside and bake this. At least that's the plan. Okay, so now we're gonna cover this bad boy in aluminum foil. And as I was thinking about this process and looked at my aluminum foil, I have no idea if this is actually going to be big enough. Because if there is any cracks, it's just gonna leak in and soak the crust. I already don't think I'm gonna come up high enough on each side. That's scary to me. Is there wider tinfoil? Is that even a thing? Lasai. Plan ahead. Another good tip and trick. So I don't want to risk getting water into this beautiful pan, so I'm going to use the same concept. I'm still going to fill the roasting pan with boiling water, but I've just re-put in my my second shelf. So I'm going to put the water on the bottom shelf, and I'm going to put the cheesecake on the top shelf, but not submerge it in water. So it's not officially going to be a water bath, but it should still give humidity in the oven, and we're just going to try it that way. See you in an hour and a half. Look how poofy that guy is. So I'm just gonna crack this open about an inch, and then we're gonna let this cool for another hour. So, okay, this is very delicate. Ooh, she looks good. All right, now she's gonna live on the counter for another, I don't even know how long, till the pan's not hot anymore. So while we're waiting for that cheesecake to cool down, we are going to have to pit a crap ton of cherries. So that should take a good amount of time. So I'm just gonna cut them in half and take the pits out the old-fashioned way. I'm gonna put gloves on because I'm technically allergic to these raw, so let's do that. Okay, so now that I've enlisted the help to pit all these wonderful cherries, this is about 460 grams of cherries. I'm going to put all of this stuff directly into here. ounces of water, 4 tablespoons. And for this you just need like a quick spoosh of salt. Salt actually helps bring the sweetness out. Alright, we're going to turn this to a medium heat. And we're going to bring this just to a boil. Okay, so we're going to combine a few things in this just to make a bit of a slurry. So I'm gonna do, it's a tablespoon of, this is actually fresh squeezed lemon juice, tablespoon of that, a small grater, and we're gonna grate some of that lemon skin right into here. We need 2 ounces of cold or cool water, 1.5 tablespoons, which is fantastic because that's exactly what I need of cornstarch. It has a pretty good simmer going, so I'm going to slowly just introduce the lemon cornstarch slurry into there. So mix that in. And now we're just going to keep heating it until it becomes a bit thick. Which is going to happen very, very quickly. I'm going to turn this right down to low. Ideally, I should have let this cool for a little bit longer, but I really wanted a piece. So that's cherry cheesecake for you. See you next time.